Positive Anime Reviews is a review show that is designed for people who aren't very picky about their anime, like me. Most anime I watch ends up in my 5 out of 5 category. My reviews are for those people who are looking for a reason to watch anime rather than hate on it. I am willing to give any and all anime a chance before stating my opinion. Lastly, my reviews are all my opinion and might and or most likely will not match yours. If you don't agree, that's totally fine. Just be respectful in the comment section. Thank you. And as always, possible spoiler warning ahead. Hey guys, Darth Glorg here, back with another positive anime review. Today we will be talking about Blood Sea. I think it's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I can't imagine that it's pronounced any other way, but luckily its English and Japanese names are the same, so that makes that pretty simple. So, just got done watching this anime last night, and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I wanted to knock out a anime review today. So, I lost my train of thought for a minute. Anyway, so first I guess we will go into when this anime aired and stuff. So this anime aired in 2011. It was in the summer. It was in the summer 2011 season. It is 12 episodes long. Now there is one season and then there is a movie. There is only the one 12 episode season, which is just called Blood Sea. And then there is a movie sequel, which is Blood Sea: The Last Dark. So that is what that is, and then that is a sequel. Other than that, that is it. I'm pretty sure The Last Dark aired. Let me go ahead and check really quick. This aired on June 2nd, 2012. So this aired the next year, the year afterwards. But anyway, so starting off, we will hop into the synopsis here. Excuse me. We'll go ahead and hop into the synopsis here, as it's a great way to sum up our anime. So, peaceful schoolgirl by day, fearsome monster slayer by night, Saya Kisaragi is leading a split life. Equipped with a ceremonial sword given to her by her father for sacred tasks, that's so hard to say, she vanquishes every monster who dares threaten her quiet little village. But all too soon, Saya's reality and everything she believes is to be... Wait, that's actually a typo in the synopsis. Is true to be tested? It's like to be true is tested. Oh, everything she believes to be true is tested. I'm stupid, never mind. When she overhears the monsters speak of a broken covenant, something she knows nothing about. And then unexpectedly a strange dog appears. It asks her to whom she promised to protect the village. Curious... let me back that up. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to read today. It asks her to whom she promised to protect the village. Curious as to what would happen if she were to break that promise. She broke that promise. Tormented by unexplainable visions and her world unraveling around her, we travel with Saya through her struggle to find a way to the truth in a village where nothing is as it seems. So, even though I can't read, and that makes things a little difficult, it is really cool. This anime was very action-packed, and it was really, really good, and honestly, I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, as far as genres, the genres are action, mystery, horror, supernatural, basically pretty much that. Now, there is this weird little... I don't even know what you would call it, like myth. I don't know. But there's this thing where you guys might have heard of the anime. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm assuming I'll just pronounce exactly how it's written. But there's an anime called Blood Plus. Or I don't know if it's just called Blood, but there's a plus at the right beside it, so I'm just going to pronounce it that way. But anyway, there's an anime called Blood Plus. There's also an anime called Blood: The Last Vampire. I don't know... So I looked it up because I heard that they were related. Now, when I looked it up and I was trying to figure out, like, is all these set in the same universe, because there's a lot of similarities, but apparently Blood Plus is made by the same studio, and they have, like, the main characters' names are the same, like, at least their first name is the same, and their premises are kind of similar at the beginning. They both diverge in very different directions, but I looked it up, and from what I could find out, they actually are not related. So if you watch Blood Sea and then the Blood Sea movie sequel, you can watch Blood Plus later and know that it's not actually related, despite the similarities. So that was one thing I wanted to make sure I cleared up in the anime review, because it was a question that I had that I wasn't entirely sure about, and it seemed a tad confusing to me. So that is basically it for our opening section. Now, as far as rating is concerned, rating is a little interesting in this one. So apparently the only thing I could find is the subbed version. Now, as a little first disclaimer, I watch all all anime subbed. I prefer it because for me, good dubbed anime are very hard to find. Because a lot of the time it doesn't sound natural, or because the languages are different, so they like speak slower, like to make up for it. It just doesn't sound natural. I can't stand it. I don't like it, and it doesn't feel as real. You know what I mean? If you watch a subbed, it feels like you can feel the tension. You can hear the tension in their voice. You can like it feels so much more like emotional, so much more real. But if you watch a dubbed, it often sucks me out of the experience because it doesn't feel like it's that character's voice. You know what I mean? It feels like that they don't care. Like, and I'm not saying that the English, voice actors don't care. It's just what it makes me feel like, right? So now the interesting thing about rating here is that all the subbed versions are censored. I could not find a uncensored subbed version. But what the interesting thing is, I did find a uncensored dubbed version. And so what I did, because I can't stand to watch the whole thing dubbed, is I watch it subbed, and when I would arrive at a moment that was brutal and it was censoring stuff, then I would switch to the dubbed version, watch like the fight scene or whatever, and uncensored, and then I would go back and then as soon as it was over, I would switch back to the subbed, because I did want to see the uncensored. I prefer all of my anime uncut, uncensored. Like, don't censor my anime. I hate that. So that's what I prefer. So that's what I had to do. Now that's what I had to do for the season, for the anime, for the Blood Sea season. Now for the movie was uncensored anyway, and so I did get to watch the Blood Sea, the Last Dark movie subbed uncensored, which was great and obviously a lot better than watching it dubbed. Now, really quick, disclaimer, if you like dubbed, that's obviously 100% fine. I'm just saying I don't a lot of the time. Now, that being said, there are a few dubbed anime which are really good. Like Claymore, if you've seen that anime has a great dub. Soul Eater has a great dub. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has a great dub. So there are some good dubbed anime out there. I just prefer subbed for like 98% of my anime. And that's just how I am. If you like dubbed, great. Anyway, so getting back to this review. So the rating, because so much of it was censored, the rating for probably Blood Sea subbed is going to be probably PG-13. It was still pretty violent, and there was still a lot of blood. I don't know. It might still be like closer to an R adult rating. But because there was a lot of blood, but for the monsters, but for any human violence, they censored all that. Well, if you watch it uncensored, then it's definitely R, because the violence is crazy in this anime. Now, of course, that doesn't bother me a bit. I like intense adult anime, so that's fine with me. But that's where we are. So, anywho. So rating-wise, it's pretty aggressive. Now, Blood Sea: The Last Dark, which is the movie, it was very intense, very, very intense. The production value naturally is much higher because it's a movie. That makes sense. It was very, very violent, very crazy, and very intense. So that one is definitely an adult, an R adult rating for sure. Now, similar anime, obviously I would the most obvious answer would be Blood Plus, because it's very, very similar, but basically it has a lot of like vampire undertones pretty much, and so it feels like there's a lot of like vampire stuff going on. So if you like things about vampires and similar anime, I would probably say Blood Plus. Because there's a lot of things that are similar. Now, I haven't even watched that full anime. I just saw a couple of clips, and way back in the day when I was a lot younger. But anyway, so going into genre, we already talked about that, of course, that it is supernatural, action, mystery, horror, that type of thing. Now, season length, of course, is 12 episodes, and then one sequel movie after that that was really good. Now, characters, there aren't as many characters as you might believe. I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot of anime that have a lot more characters. Let's put it that way. But our main character here is going to be Saya Kisaragi. She is the main character. She is the black-haired, the long-haired, black-haired character carrying a sword that you see. And she's very easy to, very easy. Now, there is a large plethora of supporting characters. There is Fumito Nanahara. He is the sort of blonde-haired, I guess. He's like the blonde-haired, nice cafe owner guy. And all of these characters will be from the anime. The characters from the movie some of them are the same, some of them are different. But I don't want to go too heavy into the movie because it might spoil things that I don't want to. Spoil for you guys is what I'm attempting to say. So so this is all from the anime, and then the next their supporting characters. You have Nene Motoe, I think is how you pronounce it, and then her twin sister Nono Motoe. Then you have, let's see, wait, give me a minute. I can't pronounce this guy's name, but his name is Tokizane. He is another supporting character. He's like this intense, emo, black-haired character that Saya sort of seems to have a kind of a, sort of a crush on, but not really, because, like, he's definitely attracted to her, but I didn't feel like she cared at all about him. Like, she did care about him, but it didn't seem like a romance thing at all. But anyway, then you have the teacher, Kaneko, and she has a last name, but I can't pronounce that name either. And then you have Saya's father, which is Tadayoshi Kisaragi. You have Yuka Mino, which is another supporting random character, and then Itsuki, another random supporting character. But that's not all. But basically, the important one is Saya. You follow Saya, everyone else will come in line, and everything else will make sense. Now, the movie has a different set of characters, a big different set of circumstances, and I'm not going to get into that too heavily because I don't want to spoil things for you, but it does follow the events of the anime, so I can't even get into too much without spoiling anything. But suffice it to say that it is, in my opinion, it was better. That I really liked the anime. I really did enjoy it. It did nothing like really that wrong. But for me personally, I preferred the movie better because the main character was different based upon events that happen in the anime that clear things up that I'm not going to go into. And to avoid spoilers, but the main character was more intense and was, in my opinion, better in the movie, just because because that's who, I can't get into it without spoiling, but the main character was, in my opinion, better, and I feel like she really came into her own for the movie, and it was really It was really cool. And then I liked all the supporting characters a lot more in the movie. There is a lot of characters, and maybe it's in my head, but I was getting some Yuri vibes between Saya and then another character named Mana. And I was getting some Yuri vibes in there, but it also might be 100% wishful thinking. It's really hard to tell with me. But maybe it's just me, but I was getting some Yuri vibes. But anyway, I really like the characters in that one, and I'm not going to go into any of them too heavily because I don't want to spoil anything for the movie. So my encouragement is if you like it, go watch it. Because definitely go watch the anime first. It explains a lot about... Because if you just watch the movie, just like face value, you'd probably enjoy it. It would probably be okay. But in my opinion, to really appreciate it, it makes a lot more sense to watch the anime and then watch the movie. But I did hear of a few people that just watched the movie, and it would make enough sense that you wouldn't need... Like, they drop enough hints and enough stuff to really explain things to you enough where you would probably... piece things together, but it's a lot better if you watch the anime first, in my opinion. Now, going into my favorite characters, my favorite character is definitely going to be Saya, the main girl in the anime, and then of course the main character in the movie as well. Now, if you had to choose one from the movie, my favorite character would be, of course, Saya, but another really good character is Mana. I really, really loved her. She was really, really cool. And you'll know Mana, she wears glasses, and she has like brown hair, and she's really cute. And anywho, so animation and music. Now, so first let's talk about the anime, the Blood Sea anime. The animation was good. That it was really well done. I don't really recall seeing any CG, I don't think. But the animation was really good. The fight scenes were impactful, and you really felt it. There was a lot of really crazy, violent action scenes, and with lots of blood and lots of gore and stuff. And you really felt it. The animation really sold it, and like when people were dying, you're just like, oh, like it's really intense, and you really felt that. So that's definitely kudos to the anime for making that possible. Now, as for the movie animation, the production value was so much more that there was CG in the movie, but it was really good CG, and in my opinion, the CG was really good just because their budget was higher. So that's 100% to be expected. Now, the music for both was really good, but I noticed it a lot in the anime, and I don't think I really noticed too much in the movie. well, I don't know. There was lots of good music in the movie, but it was a lot of just atmospheric music. But it did set the atmosphere, and it did do its job. But in the anime, I noticed several times where music was hitting that really, really added to it. That it was just really, really good. There was several points where the music was really, really above the par, in my opinion. I feel like that they just really did a great job with the music. Now, the opening and closing songs were both really, really good. They both really set the scene and really gave you a good idea as to what, it really did set the tone of the anime. Now, on a quick little side note about the anime, now that I'm thinking about this, so in the anime, the main girl Saya has this little song that she sings as she, especially in the first maybe first half of the anime, she does it like every episode. She does it a lot because admittedly things are calmer in the first few episodes. But anyway, but she sings this little song, and it is so her voice is so pretty and it's so peaceful and relaxing. I could listen to it like a soundtrack of that little song on repeat for an entire day. She sings this little song, and I'm certainly not going to do that for you. But if you want to see it, I definitely encourage you to watch it. And that little song, every time I was just smiling and just bopping my head. And it's not you're not head banging, but it's this cute little song that I think is adorable. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I had way too much fun jamming out to her little song. Anyway, not the point here. So going into final rating and recommendation, this one will be actually pretty easy because both of the Blood Sea anime and the Blood Sea The Last Dark movie are going to get the same rating from me, just because they both did a great job. I'm going to give both of these a 5 out of 5. Very good. This anime made no mistakes, worth noting, and is definitely worth a buy. Both of them are definitely good 5 out of 5s. They are really, really good. Now, full disclosure, some people didn't love the closing of the movie. They didn't really like it. Me personally, I didn't mind it. I really liked it, or I thought that they wrapped up. They wrapped up what needed to be. They showed you hints as to things that you were worried about, that enough to put you at ease, in my opinion. I think with a little bit of thinking, you can think about things that. Some people were complaining that there were some things that weren't explained, but they did explain it. In the anime, if you listen to the dialogue and pay attention, in my opinion, that they did explain some things that people are worried about. And again, I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil it for you, but I would encourage you to watch both of these. Watch the anime, then watch the movie. They are both really good if you are not bothered by gore or violence or such things. If you are, then I would encourage you to go somewhere else because they are both very, very, very violent. And the other thing I should mention really quick is, so the anime didn't have any sexual content. It was not really. The movie, because in the anime, to find it uncensored, there was just the only thing that they had to censor was the violence, and they didn't even have to do any of it, in my opinion. But the only thing that they did censor was the violence against humans. They would show the monsters being massacred and blood spray and all that, and they didn't care about that. But for the violence against the humans, they suddenly developed a conscience, I guess, and which again, whatever, I don't know, it's their choice. But anyway, but there's no sexual content to speak of. Well, the movie has I think it has one scene where it's not sexual in any way. It's just that there is some nudity. So if that bothers you, of course, I would advise you to watch out for that. But it didn't mean anything to me. But anywho, if that does bother you, be wary. But regardless, both of these were really, really good. I really enjoy a good, mature adult anime, and this anime was very, very violent and really good. And I really liked the main character. After hearing so many similarities, it kind of makes me want to go watch Blood Plus. Now, from what I remember of back when I used to watch it, it was on Netflix a little while when I was younger, and that's what made me see it. So I saw the cover a lot, but I think when I looked at it, I think Blood Plus is 50 episodes or something. So if I did, it would be a while before I could review it because it would take a long time to get through that many episodes. And plus, a lot of the anime that I review is just 12 episodes. It's the reason I can fire them out so fast. Anywho, not the point. So that is going to call it for this recommendation, for this anime review. Not recommendation. I was just reading my document that said recommendation, which obviously I do recommend both. But anyway, so that's going to call it for this anime review. I had a great time with this anime, and I think you guys will as well if your tastes are even similar to mine. Now, as far as uploads today are concerned, I did mention this before, that Old Republic servers are offline. They're installing a update patch type of dealio, and so because of that, it is offline right in the middle of my recording time, and so I cannot do a gameplay of that part today. But I am going to do a random gaming video today. I am pretty sure I've already decided what I want to do. All I'm gonna have to do is do some quick sound tests, and then that will be all I really need to do. But yeah, other than that, I think we should be okay, and I think I have decided I'm not going to reveal what we're going to do because I think that it'll be fun. It's one of my favorite games, and I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. And it'll be pretty low pressure because, like I said, it's just a one-time video. So. Anywho, so I think that that'll be pretty easy. Other than that, I think that that's it. But then tomorrow we will be back on schedule, of course, because the servers will be back online, and maybe late tonight when the servers are back online, I will maybe do some more leveling up. Maybe not. We'll just have to see. I might do some more leveling up for our character because you can never be too high level, and but that is sort of on the fence. We'll just have to see what happens there. Anything else? Oh yeah, so it is possible that I might be able to get the DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition soon. On my last Old Republic video, I did mention that it was possible that we could do do Dragon Age Inquisition after I get the DLC, after we finish our consular story. So our dilemma is: do you want to take a break after the consular story to do Dragon Age Inquisition, and are you okay with a longer break, or would you prefer to just muscle through the Dragon Age, or the Old Republic stories, and then wait to do Dragon Age after all 8 are over? So if you have an opinion, feel free to weigh in here or on any of my Old Republic videos, and I will see it because I have notifications on for all comments, so I will see it. Anywho, but if you have an opinion, and I am trying to decide what I want to do, and I am leaning towards one, but I will not tell you quite yet what I am going to decide unless one of you has an opinion. Anyway, that's going to call it for this one, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, Darth Clark here. Oh my gosh, though, what an upset. Darius is like, forget your type advantage, scrub, and look at that stat line. Ooh, sexy. This is your chance, my dude. It's tear gas.
Reznov, save me!
Everyone's rushing. Let's rush too. You could say we're rushing to the objective. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna shoot your little toes. You think PETA's gonna come after me for just executing these monkeys for literally no reason at all? Shoot at me. So oh my gosh! Be careful what you wish for, kids. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.